Welcome back everybody, I am Mayhem, this is Verdun Heights. Now, let's get started. What do we say about this map? Well, first of all, I have spawned in on the garlic munching side, on the French side obviously, and where I'm looking right now is the C flag, behind that is the A flag, which is sausage side. I'm a little bit late into the game. I was trying to get in as fast as I possibly could. This was the very first time I played this map, so I just took the game as it came and jumped in, and here we are. This is the very first innings, so to speak, as to what we see. So, what do I think about the map? Well, to be honest, I think it's absolute mustard. This map is, if you're an infantry player, is right up your alley. It is absolutely on point. DICE have gone beyond greatness with this map, in my opinion. This is by far already my favourite map in all of the games. That's including the vanilla maps as well. So this is a fantastic map. Come the end of the month, when everybody else gets the opportunity to play it, this will be certainly a top fan favourite. I have absolutely no doubt in my mind. So that being said, it's an infantry map, obviously, which means there are no vehicles on this map in any way, shape or form. There are no planes, there are no tanks, there are no motorcycles with sidecars, there are no jeeps. There is, you know, your mum's SUV is not involved. It's absolutely great. It's on point. If you're an infantry player, then you're going to absolutely love this map. Fort Vaux actually is in this map, where I spawned. Right in the very outset of this map is Fort Vaux, which is part of the operations map. When you play this, I will be bringing some gameplay of that in the future. Operations plays out on this map in a very strange way. If you spawn on the garlic munching side, then you are going to struggle to take the fort. That is kind of my only criticism in that particular game mode, is it's very, very difficult to take the fort. Everybody's going to pitch up, kind of like Monty Grappa in a way. When you go to take the fort there, if you're opposing a team that actually knows what the hell they're doing, then it's going to be a real tough job to get in the fort and cap that last objective. But we'll see how it plays out when everybody gets into these maps and gets it going. So Charlie, the C flag, is going to be the centre of all of the action in this game, without a shadow of a doubt. It's pitched up between two hillsides, the hillside that I'm on right now, and then there's a hillside off to the right as well, and the whole map is set within a kind of a valley environment, I guess. And so as you look down into the Charlie flag from this side, you can also see the hilltop, and over to flag D, over to my right, in this particular shot. So I think in the future, what we're going to see is a lot of people taking D. I like the D flag. Now Charlie is the centre of attention. It's in the middle of the map, but Charlie, although it's going to be the hub of all of the action, I can just see a wall of snipers pitching up on D. There is an underground cave, not underground cave, what am I talking about? It's an underground, like, cavernous system, not dissimilar to Monty Grappa, except there are 3 entrances into the underground system in that area, not 2. So I don't think you're going to find people being able to hold it down in quite the same way as locking the doors on Monty Grappa and just pitching up inside and capping the flag. Although the cap radius on D is pretty big, you can capture it from above, you can capture it from below in those tunnels, and I guess a well-coordinated team could pitch up there and hold that spot. But I honestly see a decent bunch of snipers sitting up on D, looking down across the Charlie flag and across onto the hillside, which I'm on right now, and you can pick off players pretty easily from sensible ranges. Anybody, I don't run a scoped gun, but those people that do run scoped sniper rifles will probably have a field day on the other side of the hilltop. The one saving grace of that, of course, is if you are running assault and you're tearing around like a maniac, then you're making yourself a harder target. You'll see that last death that just happened there. It was exactly what I was talking about. There's a guy sitting on the top of D with the infantry version of the Gewehr 95 here, obviously trying to go for kills to get himself the unlock the lapel rifle, which pitching up with this gun this early on and trying to, you know, nick off people across the other side of the map. Are you going to get kills like that? Yeah, you may get 2 or 3, which means you'll probably unlock the lapel rifle around the time the Russian DLC drops. So move around, guys. Get around the map, get yourself involved. You don't die in real life. If you die in this, okay, so it may impact your score at the end of it, but the bottom line is get out there, get some kills. You'll have much more fun with it if you're running around, trying to kill people. And if you are attempting or trying to get better at sniping, then put some pressure on yourself and push up with the sniper rifles, and don't just sit back in a corner. You're not helping the team, you're not capping objectives, and you're not learning anything. You're not going to gain anything from that experience. So that being said, back to the map. The burning hillside that I originally was on earlier on in this gameplay has burning trees and burning embers and things like that, which is obviously debris fallen from the tree. In the game, it actually looks like the mud is on fire, which, as we all know, mud does not burn, of course, unless you're in World War I in France, in which case mud is flammable. So a survival tip, if you ever find yourself stuck in a forest in France at any point in time, then pile up some mud and set light to it, because you can easily light a fire that way, apparently, according to DICE and the way that they've programmed this. But stay away from the fire. It will burn you. The interesting fact is that it doesn't do you as much damage as, say, an incendiary grenade or a tripwire grenade, which I typically use quite a lot. You're not going to see the same amount of damage. It's going to damage you maybe 2 or 3 points. I hear this guy come running around the corner and he gets absolutely owned. Love the Fromer stop, by the way. Going to throw that out there. Quick change up and took his head clean off. But yeah, stay away from the fire. It will burn you. It doesn't do a huge amount of damage, but then if you're heavily wounded because you're being sniped from the D flag, then you run into that fire and you're trying to get yourself down and get yourself healed up, then you are going to burn and you are going to die. Now, on those hillsides, there are also machine gun emplacements. They've randomly placed machine gun nests around where the craters are. This area in France was very, very heavily shelled during the war. The Germans unleashed 2 or 3 million shells on the town of Verdun. They were trying to capture it very heavily, and thought by pummeling the living hell out of the French that they could take the town. The English actually got later involved up at the Somme, and part of the process behind that, or the thinking behind that, was to actually distract the Germans from Verdun and let them push some troops further up on the fronts there to distract the Germans at Verdun. It actually worked. That's a fact. It's in history. I'm not trying to turn this into a history lesson, but it did work. Although it cost the British several million lives in the process, but hey, what a hell of a distraction. So that worked. But anyway, back to the map. It is great. I absolutely love this map. I cannot stress that enough. I think everybody is going to really, really enjoy this map. It plays out great if you're an infantry player. Now, the map is linear. So, in kind of the same context as Suez is linear, all laid out in a big, long, straight line. The difference between this and Suez, where you kind of everybody pitches up, it's a one-sided to and fro, and I know there is talk from DICE about them switching up the flag locations on that map to make it work a little bit better, which I think is a fabulous idea. Suez has never worked right from day one. Even when there was 3 flags, they increased it to 5. It never worked. But this is a linear map. The difference is that you have elevation on both sides. There are huge amounts of flanking opportunities and routes, plenty of cover that you can get yourself behind and out of the way. And then you can look down and see, I'm on the hilltop again, looking down into the Charlie flag here. You can move yourself around. You can navigate the map, which you cannot do in Suez. So as a linear map, it works terrifically in terms of the way that you can navigate around the map without getting your ass absolutely roasted, or the whole enemy team just pitching up at one end of the map or the other, the same as they do in Suez, and bouncing backwards and forwards. So it really, really works. It's very, very well thought out. Graphically, it's an absolute eyeball orgasm. Fabulous, fabulous map to look at and to play. And I'm hoping that when this is finally rendered and up on YouTube, that the graphical quality comes out. I'm recording this at the best quality I possibly can, so my render times are absolutely down, and I have no idea why I did not kill that guy. I thought I was on point with a pistol shot there, but clearly I was not. So look out for this map. For those of you that do not have it, I highly, highly recommend it. If you're a sniper, you're going to love it. It works well for assault. It works well for support. It works well for medics, although don't see a huge amount of medics. I'd still very rarely getting revived, even though I see a lot of players running the medic class, because obviously they're trying to unlock the new guns, which is something else that I will be doing across the course of today. I'm going to attempt to unlock some more of these new DLC weapons. I've unlocked the Ribyrolles already. I shall bring you some gameplay of that in the not too distant future. I want to try and get all the rest of them unlocked so that I can bring you some kind of intelligent viewpoint on the guns, but from a normal gamer perspective, not some hardcore elitist that you know, just runs around getting 40 million kills every 5 seconds. But I'm going to try and give you it from a normal aspect and what I think about them and the strengths that they may or may not have. So on that note, I hope you have enjoyed the commentary. I hope that gives you a little bit more of an insight into this map. I love it. I think it's absolutely fantastic. If you enjoy the gameplay, if you've enjoyed the commentary, if you like what you're seeing, then please please subscribe. If you don't like it, then hit the dislike button. That's absolutely fine. And if you've got negative feedback, please give me that too. That all helps me out in the future and can only make me get better at what I'm trying to do here. So on that note, I'm going to leave you. This game is going to play out, and thank you for watching. Very appreciate it, and I will be back later today with another upload.
We are winning. We have taken objective. We control all objectives.